We are back with the great works of students of the course entitled Life Issues, What's Going On in the World. This time, we have many students submitted their works, and sorry for those who submitted long essays. I couldn't include them in our newsletter for today. Furqan Fadl Najim says, a presidential advisor says that millions of locals are waiting for Turkey's energy problems during the winter. Is there a chance? In response to urging the Turks to use the gas crisis in the EU to their advantage. Kahlan Mish'al Jassim says about the same piece of news. There is an issue of using gas in Turkey. The Prime Minister told the people who live in Turkey to use gas. One of the reasons behind that is the situation in Europe has grown towards the worst. Zainab Hashim summarized the whole issue, saying that some people's disasters are others' benefits. On another piece of news, Rasha Mohammed says, news sources said that Nancy Pelosi, who is currently serving as White House Speaker, is seeking to fill the position of ambassador to Italy if her party loses the upcoming elections in November. On another piece of news, Rasha Mohammed says, a study conducted by a group of researchers in one of the university found opposite results from what was common during the pandemic period. The study showed that there was obvious evidences to prove that bats were responsible for the outbreak of the disease. Haifa Bakr says, the Turkish leader says the bloc's members will face a tough winter this year because of the gas crisis. Hadi Karim comments on the same piece of news saying, the European Union entered itself into the Russian-Ukrainian war, and this was an expected result from Russia, which used energy as a pressure card against sanctions. It is expected that the winter will be harsh for Europe. Another group of students who had the same piece of news, Al-Asadi, she said, Russian Deputy Foreign Minister Sergei Ryabkov stated that Russia's opponents in its war against Ukraine have an unusual adversary, referring to the declaration of total war against Russia, Moscow. Lamia Al-Badrani says, in light of the Russian war, Russia has more opponents than usual, according to Russian Deputy Foreign Minister Sergei Ryabkov. Muhannad Hassan says, announcement of all-out war against Russia, Moscow. Russian Deputy Foreign Minister Sergei Ryabkov noted that the level of hostility of Russia's adversaries is unusual. Laith Tahir comments on the same piece of news saying, Russia Foreign Minister Ryabkov stated that Russia's opponents shows a great deal of animosity by declaring a total war on Russia. The last piece of news we had, I had 3 students commenting on it. Adil Hamid said, Kremlin comments on Biden's hesitancy to blacklist Russia. It's mind-confusing that the issue of designating Moscow as a state supporter of terrorism is even on the schedule, Dmitry Peskov has said. Alia Dawood, she translated the piece of news saying that تعليقات كرملين على مراوغة بايدن بشأن إدراج روسيا في القائمة السوداء من المحير للعقل أن تصنف موسكو كدولة راعية للإرهاب على جدول الأعمال حسب ما قال ديمتري بيسكوف. Anas Adnan Hussein said, Joe Biden's refusal to recognize Russia as a state sponsor of terrorism, it can hardly be a reason to believe that the United States has softened on Russia overall. Dmitry Peskov has said the very formulation of the issue is monstrous.